Did you find her?
No, I couldn't see her anywhere. So why did I feel like she's here back then? Well, we should probably head towards the next location. I had a feeling that someone was watching me, so I stopped a little earlier than I... Suddenly, I hear a noise coming from behind. Behind what? I turned my view there and carefully looked down at that path.
Florian!
Sayori, be very careful because I feel like she's closer than we might think. There it is! Monica swiftly appears and charges right at Sayori. Watch out! I get in front of Sayori just in time and strike Monica away from her. She falls to the ground, but stands back up almost immediately. Monica, I don't want to do this. And I know you're there, deep inside your hatred.
Monica, please, come back with us! Why should I listen to you? State another question. You're the reason why I feel like this in the first place.
No, she isn't. I'm the reason you feel like this, and it's my fault. She gets taken aback a little by what I said, but her hatred isn't weakening. When she charges, I prepare to instantly counterattack her by making her... and to make her black out. The shunk pushes her away from us, but she doesn't black out at all. Such a power would normally cause people to faint, but she doesn't get affected one bit. Damn it, I have to risk this and to use more power against her, or I might not get the chance to save her. As she gets closer, I form lightning orbs around me. This has to work. If that shock doesn't harm her, then it's safe to use against her. She rushes towards me, and I catch her attack, locking her in place. Now is the time! She gets struck several times, but it looks like it barely even scratched her.
Florian, don't hurt her!
I'm not, that's the thing. She's able to withstand this like it's nothing. While I get distracted, she hits me back and breaks herself out of her position. Ugh, she's even stronger than I remember. I may have to use my third ascension on her. But I could accidentally harm her too much. I can't risk that. For now, I have to use more power from the ascension I currently have. As she prepares to throw a punch again, I use the orbs around me to prevent her from getting close. She dodges the first two hits, but the third one shocks her enough to make her fall. This is it! No, no! She left again. I fall down to my knees and suppress my powers. And I failed her again.
Florian!
Sayori embraces me from behind and tries to calm me down. I really thought that we could have saved her today. But now she's gone again, and I...
Shh, it's okay, Florian. I'm sure we'll do better tomorrow.
At least throughout all this, I have you by my side. I stand up and gently take her hand. Let's go home and hope for a better tomorrow, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 3. Resolve. After having a somewhat calm night, Sayori decides to make breakfast for me as she usually does. She always knows how to lift my spirit, and I'm really glad I'm with her. This whole situation would have been so much more difficult for me if it wasn't for her.
Here you have it.
Thanks. She puts her breakfast on the table and sits down next to me. We have to bring her back today. But before we start planning on how to do that, we should hurry up with our breakfast.
Oh, we have to pick up Natsuki and Yuri, right?
Of course. Although it looks like she's completely fixated on you, neither one of us can be sure that she won't try to attack them if she sees them. So let's get it done fast so that we won't be late, alright?
Okay.
Once we finish our breakfast, we text Natsuki to come outside and meet us in front of Sayori's house. We carefully look around the whole time we walk, but with no sign of Monica anywhere close. I ring Yuri's doorbell and we wait for her to show up. Hey Yuri, we're here.
So what did you want to tell us?
Right. It's about Monica, as you may have guessed. We found her yesterday, but we didn't manage to save her.
What happened?
We looked for her in multiple places, and she showed up in the streets close to our house. She tried to harm Sayori again, so I had to fight her. And when it looked like I could get her out of her hatred, she disappeared again.
Well, we'll look for her today again. Don't worry. I'm sure she misses us as much as we miss her. I just hope she'll be alright. She doesn't deserve this happening to her.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The feeling of hatred is very hurtful. I know. But we should get going or we'll miss school. And don't lay your guard down while we're on our way. They nod in response and we start heading towards school. With what happened on my mind, I hardly wanted to concentrate on the classes. At this point, I was tempted to strengthen my focus just so I can pay attention. Who would have guessed that it would become this difficult? Perhaps it's because I know what she's going through, or maybe because I know that I'm the reason why she's like this. Either way, I have the urge to leave and go search for her now. But I need to keep the others safe during our club meeting, so I'll stay here. Hey, you two, we're here. They don't come towards us and instead greet us from their spots. It's clear to the both of us that Monika's absence is causing everyone to feel down. Come on, Sayori. Let's just go get our work done.
Okay.
It's a lot more difficult to focus on the work than it was yesterday. Both of us write slowly and often stop writing for a while. I suddenly start feeling intensively on the inside. Intensively? This feeling causes me to stand up and hit my desk loud enough to catch everyone's attention. This isn't right at all. Everyone looks at me and I turn my view towards them. Monika's out there completely alone, hurting in the inside, while we're sitting here doing nothing to bring her back. She needs us, and that's why we'll set out right now and look for her everywhere.
Right now?
Yes. I released the second essential of my powers. We'll save her today, regardless of our circumstances. But I can't do this without you all. Everyone looks away and stays silent for a while. But Sayori breaks the silence and looks at me with a smile on her face.
You're right, Florian. Monika needs us as much as we need her. And this is the littlest I can do for her. I want to help her too. Monika's our friend, and she deserves to be here with us. Fine, I'll help too. But what should we do?
I need everyone to stay close together. There are several places where I feel her aura, and we need to check every single one of them. So follow me and have your guard up. They nod in response, and we head outside to look for Monika. We look in all sorts of places, from the park to all the streets where I see her presence. Nowhere was even a sign of her until we arrived in a forest I've never been to before. I put myself in front of them as I start feeling her presence all the more intensively here. Guys, be very careful. Just like yesterday, I feel like this is really where she is. So stick together and don't... Hi, Monika.
Monika?
We stare at each other, not letting out a single word. It hurts me every time I see her like this, and all the more when we were just fine 3 days ago. But now I have a chance to make things right. She trusts me on the inside, and I won't let her down. Monika, I'm sorry for everything, but as you are right now, I have to fight you in order to save you. As I say this, I form a barrier around the others to make sure she can't harm them. This is just between the two of us, so let's get it over with. I prepare myself to react and get into my fighting stance. I'm doing this for you, even if you can't see it. You'll be with us again, don't worry. And for that, I'll have to show you my true resolve. The first 2 blows scratch her, and as she avoids the third one, she gets behind me and throws a punch. I react as fast as I can and catch her attack. Locking her in place, I release more power than before and hit her back. My strike pushes her all the way in front of me, but it's still not enough. At this point, the only way to end this is by dealing enough power that would cause her to lose consciousness. But I won't use my third ascension for that yet. Even the weakest power from it could harm her too much. This will be a long process, but it's likely my own way. Monika takes advantage of my distraction and strikes me from behind. The amount of strength she puts into it is enough to nearly cause me to lose my balance.
Florian!
I'm alright, don't worry! As I say this, she swiftly charges at me and uses her powers to strengthen her strike. I dodge to my right and barely avoid her attack. Facing towards her, I prepare to strike while she's still turned away from me. We land a hit on one another at the same time and push each other away. Her attacks start to feel intense on my skin. Damn it, her punches are insanely strong. Monika doesn't give me any time and charges at me again. Instead of dodging, I wait for her to throw the punch so I can lock her in place again. But instead of attacking in front of me, she dodges to her right and hits me from the side. Her hit was powerful enough to push me all the way back and make me hit the barrier. I can already see their worried expressions, but I don't turn back and keep my focus in front of me. While I still press myself against the barrier, Monika rushes towards me and pins me. How the hell is she this fast? I can barely react to her attacks. She attempts to hit me while she pins me, and I form lightning orbs around me to attack first. Unable to handle the shock, she pulls back and breaks the pin. I immediately take advantage of it and strike her back. But unlike before, she's still keeping her balance. It's like she's getting stronger every single day. No matter, I have to make her black out if I want to rid her from her hatred. I strike forward and prepare a series of attacks. The last hit shocks her enough to make her lose her balance and give me a chance. I get a feeling that she's about to use her powers to disappear from here. The whole forest shakes as I release the third ascension of my powers. Sure enough, she tries to leave like she did before. I use my powers to prevent her from doing so. No, I won't let you leave again! She tries to leave, but her attempts are all in vain. Realizing that's impossible, she puts all her strength together and throws a punch. I catch her attack and don't hit her back. Now I may know what I should do. She's too fast for me to hit her with her focused strike, but if I can wear her out now, I might get enough time. I use the lightning orbs for a series of attacks. She falls to the ground and entirely loses her balance. This is my chance. I rise above and the skies reacts to my powers. Fire and flames form around me and I stabilize my position. I focus on her position and on the accuracy of my attack. Now I only have one chance to do this right. Dealing this blow should be enough to save her. I will rid you from your hatred, Monica. And it'll finally be over. With all my strength, I focus on the strike as much as I'm able to. I charge up the attack and lock my eyes on where she's standing. Aiming with my arms at her, I take a deep breath and begin. Did we, finish that with perfect timing in the music somehow? The strike hits her with perfect precision and she blacks out. I drop down, remove the barrier around the others, and immediately run towards her. Monica! I take her into my arms and pick her up from the ground. Everyone quickly runs towards me and I return my view at them.
Will she be okay?
You don't have to worry in the slightest. I made sure I wouldn't cause her damage that I couldn't heal. She might take a while before she wakes up, but everything will be okay. They let out a deep breath and slowly calmed down after I reassured them.
Are you hurt?
I still feel her hits, but I'm fine. I look at her while I still hold her in my arms. She had to go through a lot, but it's finally over.
So her hatred is gone for good?
I don't know. But what I do know is that once she wakes up, she'll be herself again. As I say this, Monica starts slowly opening her eyes. I carefully let go of her and help her stand up.
Brian?
I feel a huge sense of relief as I hear her normal voice. Without any hesitation, I tightly embrace her and shed a tear. I'm so glad that you're okay.
I really said all that to you.
It was your hatred, Monica, not you.
Do you feel better? Yeah, I feel much better. And I'm sorry for everything I said to you, Sayori. Don't worry, I knew it wasn't you.
It must have been because of what I attempted to do back then. Monica, I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize, Brian. I wanted you to do that. It's my fault this happened.
It amuses me how wrong both of you are. My heart skips a beat the moment I recognize this voice. There's no way. I slowly turn around to confirm my thoughts. You really put up a fight back there, I must admit. What the hell are you doing here? Statement my question. Still the same as you've always been, aren't you?
Who are you?
I form a barrier behind me to protect them from him. Everyone, stay away from him. He's my brother, the one I talked to you about. So you told them everything, didn't you? I should have known that you would stay here and betray us. I didn't betray anyone. And you better give me an answer to why you're here. I was interested to know what you left us for. It looked like you established a peaceful life here. So I wanted to see whether you still know how to fight or not. What the hell are you getting at? Statement on the question. You don't get it, do you? What do you think made her hatred so intense all of a sudden? You! You were the one who caused her that! Indeed. She would never be able to use that strength if I didn't give it to her using her own feelings. Same goes for that old man you had, and that pink-haired girl took down. And I'm quite surprised that it took you this long to realize that. What a bummer that it all ended so quickly. It was him all along. Give me one reason not to kill you right here, right now. Relax, I'm not looking for a fight. Besides, you saved her, didn't you? No need to get so worked up over nothing. My anger starts rapidly increasing and my iris turns red as a result. Nothing? You made her go through one of the worst feelings out there, you asshole! And that's more than enough reason for me to punish you! Don't tell me she's more important to you than your own family. They're my family now, and I don't care if you're my brother or not. If you try to do this again, I'll make sure that's the last thing you do. You're joking, right? Do I look like I do? You traitor. Now leave before I'll make you! Fine, but I should let you know about something before I go. I joined the school you attend with your friends, so maybe we'll see each other again there. You did what? Don't get so worked up over this. I'm not here to cause any more trouble. I was just interested to see what it's like here, nothing else. Leave now! Alright, I won't bother you anymore. He turns around and starts heading away from us back to the city. After making sure he's gone, I calm myself down and remove the barrier around them.
He was your brother.
Yeah. Now it all makes sense. He used his powers to build up Monica's hatred all along.
Why would he do that?
I still have yet to find out. Well, he said he wanted to see us fight. Because I refuse to believe he did all that just to see us fight. Oh, okay. And having him join our school doesn't make things easier at all.
Are we safe there?
He wouldn't expose his powers to the whole school. And I'll deal with him quickly if he tries something on any one of you. But just in case, don't go anywhere near him. They nod in response and we leave towards the city. Many thoughts start forming in my head while we walk. Words can't explain how much I want to get back at him for doing this to Monica. To think that he would do this instead of facing me head-on about my decision. And all that because he wanted to see if I still know how to fight. As if I would ever believe that. My train of thoughts ends when we exchange goodbyes in front of Sayori's house and part our ways. Sayori and I both sit on the couch and stay quiet. But I know that's normal with all that was thrown at us. Nevertheless, I want to reassure her more. Hey Sayori, you don't have to worry about them. He's well aware of what would happen to him if he tried to harm us.
I know, but I still can't help it. What if he'll find out which classes we go to?
There's nothing he can do, and he'll leave one way or another. So don't be scared, because I'll protect you from him.
Okay.
I bring her closer to me and embrace her. We'll always be together, that's what I promised you. I won't leave you all just because of him.
But maybe he'll stay here until you leave.
I'll force him to leave if he doesn't do so. If it comes to the worst, I'll end him here.
He's your brother, Florian.
A brother of mine wouldn't hurt people I love. And he's just like the rest of them, only wanting me for my powers. For what you gave me, this is the littlest I can do. The least you can do. Anyway, I believe neither one of us wants to think about this any longer. Do you perhaps want to pay a visit to that restaurant again?
I would love to.
Heh, then go get prepared and we can head out.
I'm paying this time.
No, you're not. I'm gonna pay half of the bill, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Florian!
Hurry up before they'll close down.